All right, guys, we're back. I know that y'all didn't want to see no more of this engine. What, 3 videos on it now? 2 videos?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, on the last video, when me and Madison was knocking out the pistons, when I said, I'm hoping the last 4 are as good as the first 4, I was wrong. Remember when I said when it rains, it pours?
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, my buddy Patrick's here, and y'all recognize Mr. Bob, of course. Patrick is my machinist friend, and he come over and he has mic'd and checked the bores on these cylinders, and we got issues with Dorothy's motor. So, honing it and re-ringing it ain't gonna fix our problem. How bad you say it was out?
Number 1 is 15 thousandths from front to back, but it's not so much this way. So it's clearly egg-shaped. 3 is grooved pretty bad in the bottom. This one's had water in it. That one's 3 to 5, and these others are anywhere from 3 to 5 and as much as maybe 8 thousandths. So you could try to re-ring it, but it would be it'd be a lot of work just to put it in there and then have to pull it right back out.
Right.
If it did not work.
Yes. So I don't want to put this thing back together and it possibly smoke or have issues. Mr. Bob found these numbers right here. We checked them earlier. This is the matching VIN to her car. She does want to keep her original motor in her car. Y'all have heard me say that 100 times now. So this is coming to a standstill. We're going to wait till after Cruising the Coast. I've called some machine shops. Nobody can get to it to do the machine work. So we got to order pistons now. We got to order a new set of rings to fit those pistons. Patrick's going to have to press on the new rods. So yes, it's a snowball effect, and everything has come to a halt on Dorothy. And I don't want to put a motor back in it just to pull it back out when this one's ready. But I've gone too far to stop on this one now from all the parts that we've bought. So anyway, plan B. We're going to dig you something else out that we can register and check out and get running. And we'll get back on Dorothy after Cruising the Coast. We'll get our little honey hole saved back up, our little rat hole rainy day fund in order to carry on with this. And that's it. I don't know what else to say. I have nothing good to say about it.
I got one thing to say.
All right.
My job is done. I'm taking the rest of the day off with pay.
Maybe we should just do like Bob, take the rest of the day off.
I think so.
But anyway, guys, y'all stay tuned. We're going to find her something else to get ready, to get running, to get driving, and come back to this later. So, ain't that just awesome news? Not really.
Sorry.
I should have never pulled it down yesterday.
Should never let
I
Patrick
should
come
have
over
painted
here.
it. I should have painted it and put it in.
It's Patrick's fault.
No. Well, Patrick, I appreciate you coming over and helping Bud. I know it's
I
nothing
know it
new.
sucks, but it's your call. It's not my motor.
I know that's not what me and Jennifer wanted to hear, but I don't want to pull it out again. So, all right, guys, moving on to something else. All right, guys. So, y'all seen our bad news from this morning with the motor. We're fixing to head town and get some parts. We're trying to get something else up and going. We got to change the power steering line on the 91 GT. But what else is there to do to relieve stress and pressure and the things ain't going right? Take one of your hot rods to town that hadn't been out of the shop in 6 or 8 months and smoke a little rubber. So me and Jennifer, we're gonna take the 86 and we're gonna head to town and get some parts. This old girl sounds good, don't it? All right, let's go. Gonna make a little pull.
Yeah.
I can't do a good pull. We ain't got no seat belts in here. All right, guys, so we was headed to the Parks House and having a little cruise in here in our little town. We stopped in to say hey to a bunch of our friends. Like I really look like going to a cruise in, nasty, greasy hands, the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna do a walkthrough and film some of this. I can't talk to y'all because they're playing music over the PA system, so y'all know how YouTube is with music. So, but we're gonna do a walkthrough and show y'all what's all here. So, y'all remember the bad news this morning on the 307. So we're not going to be able to have it machined before Cruising the Coast, and we're not going to have the Chevelle together. Yes, I didn't see the comments. I know we could put the ZZ4 in, but y'all know she wants a 307. So I'm not going to push the issue no more. We're just going to wait, have the machine work done on the engine, put it all back together, fresh and new, and put it back in the car. So I've been stressing about getting this car ready for her for Cruising the Coast. Today at lunch, I finally just made up my mind. I let it go. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. After Cruising the Coast, we will move forward on that build and get it back together. There's more events coming up that she'll be able to go to. So, what do you want to take to Cruising the Coast, baby doll? Now that the Chevelle is out of the picture.
Rose,
You want to take Rose?
I do.
Okay. Well, we're going to do some odd end things to Rose. We're going to fix some things. If y'all remember, in a couple videos back when we done the walkthrough, this car has been gone for 10 years. And we got it back about a year ago. She drove it some. I got to fix some things that people prior to us did that I don't like. They deleted the heater hose on both of those. So I guess the heater core busted. And you know I hate the heater cores in these things, so won't be changing that for Cruising the Coast. This belt, a lot of people run them this way when they delete smog pumps off these little 302s. This one has stretched and the idler pulley is pushing down and it's rubbing itself. So that belt will not last long at all. And I don't like to run them that way. So we're going to take it off. And I've got another belt that will work way better. This one got numbers on it? It don't have nothing on it. It did, it's rubbed off. Okay. We'll set that right here for right now. Get this other belt. Get it on. You know, this is something else that's gotten high too. Belts.
Oh, yeah.
They, I remember when you could get them for $15 and now they're like $40. So, we're gonna come around here. Come around here. Slipped off the crank. Okay. Well, I'm stupid. I just put that on the same way I took the old one off. I had the old one in my head. It's gonna be wrong. This here, that. Oh yeah, that's the way I like to run. I know you've heard me tell the story that I cut the tip of a friend's finger off back in high school. We were doing this exact same thing, and it slipped, and he had it up under the alternator. And when it slipped, it cut the tip of his finger off. Look at there. Perfecto.
All better?
Yeah, see how, this is how I like to run it. I like to leave the alternator and go straight down to the crankshaft, then loop around the water pump, go to power steering and AC and back to this idler. So, no interference whatsoever. Take a video of this part number right here. That way we will have it. And somebody else might want it. Now this is for a stock accessory pulleys. This ain't for aftermarket pulleys. This is just for deleting the smog pump. And I deleted this smog pump probably in 03 or 04. whenever we bought this car and started working on it and putting it together. And y'all remember me telling y'all how bad the car was wrecked? Look right here. Somebody has straightened and welded and beat all this back out because the whole front was crunched on this thing, pretty doggone bad. And they had to do a little straightening and beating on that side also. You can see right in here, right through here. And that is the original color of the car. I know at one time, whenever we had it painted, we always wished we could have had the money at the time to pull motor and transmission and repaint everything to match the Dodge Viper Red that it is now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put you a new battery cable on. I don't like this right here. This was just temporarily to where you could drive it some, and I forgot about it until it let you down. We put this new radiator in there, oh my gosh, probably 15 years ago. Since it's been gone, somebody has put a new fan on it because they're bad about cracking. So this one looks pretty good. Nope, it's got a little small crack right there. It's not terrible, but these things are notorious for cracking on Fox bodies. If any of y'all fool or play with Fox bodies like we do, let's see here. Did I do the plugs and wires, or was it like this when we got it?
I can't remember.
I know that I put a whole new distributor in it once we found out that was the issue, once we got
I
it
don't
back.
think you've changed the wire since we got it back.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but I don't think so.
I can't remember, but I know that I put a distributor in it because that was the reason it did not run.
Right.
And set the timing on it, and I don't know. Maybe those people, somebody has changed this auto control valve. I didn't do that, so that's been changed. Somebody put a smog plate right here where they deleted the EGR. I don't like that. Those ain't factory bolts neither. See them spacers?
Yeah.
So I didn't do any of that. So whoever, I can't remember what they said they done. They pulled the upper intake off, but why? Did they put injectors or? I don't know. I can't remember what they told us.
I can't remember either.
But I got some original OEM stuff over there on the shelf in the box. Let's just change those bolts out. I think I got a store-bought plate, like from LMR or somebody, that we can change that out, because that looks like a piece of flat bar that somebody cut out silicone and just daubed it on there.
Right.
I can't stand that neither. We'll change it, and we'll check all the fluids. We'll go ahead and change the oil in it before we leave. We'll check the transmission. We did put new motor mounts on it. I remember that. We put motor mounts on it, and what else? So we were headed to a little car function with our group of friends, and the night before
We were going to Zach's. Yeah.
and we had just got it back, just got it running. We put it on the lift, and the oil pan was sitting on the cross member.
Right.
And I changed the motor mounts. What else did we do that night?
Lord, I can't remember.
Maybe that's when I did put plugs and wires. But anyway, so Rose is going to be going to Cruisin the Coast. She hadn't been in a long time, since Katrina.
Yeah, because Madison was a baby in a car seat.
Yep. And she cried because you
The
got
whole time. She wouldn't let me take the top down. She
Yep.
hated it.
she hated it with the top down.
Now she loves it.
It's got new tires on it. These wheels are shot. They are peeling terrible. We need to, I say we put some chrome ponies on it.
It's, it said they couldn't get them in 5-lug.
Yes, you can. I found a company that does sell them. in
Okay, well
five.
then, yeah, I'm all for that. But I just didn't want to.
These quarter windows right here do not want to go up and down. I don't know if the motors are burnt up or if the plastic gears have dry rotted and stripped in them. I'll have to pull both of these interior panels off, and we can pull the motors out. I'll take them apart, inspect them. Might have to end up buying new. So this will be something that we can knock out before we go to Cruisin the Coast. Does it drive good? So you drove it to the parade the other day, and you said it done
The
great.
brakes are either the rotors are warped or something's wrong. When you hit the brakes, it vibrates real bad.
Okay, well, we'll check the rotors and the pads and see what's going on there. I don't know. We'll just, might have to push Dorothy out and let's put this on the lift and just go over it and check everything. As far as running at the parade, it run good.
Oh, I didn't have any trouble at all. It did real good.
I guess.
Didn't run hot or anything, and we were crawling, so.
I guess I can pull a vacuum on the AC and shoot a can of Freon in it with some dye and see where the leak is, see if it's bad enough.
Yeah, maybe it won't be
that
bad.
It's not gonna work, or maybe it will hold a charge during cruising the coast.
Give me a week's worth.
Yeah. I know it works when we sold it,
Yeah.
but they didn't tell us. They wasn't car people, so the
No.
pump gas and drive was about
Yeah.
all they knew.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm gonna carry on with this, y'all. We're gonna work out some bugs on this thing and make us a little check-off list. So, like I said, as of now, this is gonna be Jennifer's ride at Cruising the Coast. Unless I decide to pull the motor out. And
No.
Put bearings and rod mains in it and
He's not going to,
maybe
y'all.
a camshaft.
He's
or
not.
Maybe I'll find some oil and I want to clean everything up real good.
I'm not going to let him this time.
Yes, that snowballed on me terrible.
We're going to go with the whole way, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Let's just hope it don't do it on the side of the road down there.
All right, guys. Well, y'all hang out. We're going to monkey with this thing for a little while and see what we can get done on this afternoon. We still got to do work on my truck and the grill. Mm-hmm. All right. Hey guys, so it's the next day after work. We finished up the odd and end stuff on Rose yesterday afternoon. We still got to change the oil and a few more things. But today I went ahead and started on the grill because I got to maybe order some parts. I'm not for sure. See what Nick brought us?
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah, the dog has peed on it. Look right there. So these are some 14-inch torque thrust wheels by American Racing, and they match the wheels on my bump side forward.
Okay.
So when I built this out of the old boat trailer, I just used the wheels that was on it. Well, Nick had these, and he's like, hey, dude, those will match the wheels on your truck. So I got looking, I was like, you're right. But here's the problem with it. The hub assembly on these boat trailers back in the day, a lot of them took this screw-in style stud. So they don't have like a stud sticking out with a lug nut.
All right.
Well, these wheels will not work on this style. So, what I'm gonna do, I test fitted this one a while ago. It's gonna clear as far as backspace and everything's gonna work. I will take this hub off tomorrow and I'm gonna try to drill it out and press me in some studs and use acorn style lug nuts.
Okay.
And I'm gonna repack the bearings, replace the seals, because I don't think we'll be backing this down a boat ramp anymore.
I hope not.
So I'm gonna take these bearing buddies off and put just standard grease caps back on those hubs where I can run the center caps.
Okay. Yeah, they look good.
So that's the plan there. I'll have the tires swapped around because the tires still look good. They're only, I don't know, we built this thing 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I will take these to the tire store tomorrow, have the tires transferred. If I can drill those holes out in those hubs, I better go by and buy some studs first to make sure I can find something that's going to work before I drill them out.
Yeah.
But if all that works the way I want it to in my head, I'll repack the bearings and the seals, and we'll have those wheels with our tires matching the truck. What you think?
I think it looked good.
I do too. And I'm gonna try to sand this down and paint this side where it's gotten real hot before. And oh yeah, by the way, Nick gave us some SS 14-inch hubcaps.
Oh, those are cool.
You can clean them up, or I can clean them up, and we can put them in our stash of stuff. Because one day, what are we gonna have?
A car room
A car room, like a room
with
all
signs
yes,
and hubcaps
yes,
and
yes,
pistons and
yes.
all kind of stuff.
We have stuff stored
Pictures.
everywhere. We have stuff
Drawings,
in boxes.
tags,
We have stuff in the attic. We have stuff
Hot Wheel cars.
in there's Rubbermaid totes. We have stuff everywhere, y'all. That
Yeah.
we've been saving since we started dating.
Yeah.
And we always wanted a cool room with all our stuff that we saved through the years. Jennifer used to have a curio cabinet in the hallway or in the foyer of our house. And it was slam full of car emblems, like the old flags and the 327 on the side of the fender. Just SS badges from Chevelle's and all kind
Junkyards.
Yeah, emblems and... She has all that stuff boxed up. We have a ton of trophies that we have won through the years and plaques that we would love to display, because a lot of it was before our daughter Madison was born, and she's 18 years old now. So we have a lot of cool stuff that hopefully one day we would like to display.
Yeah.
So Nick, thank you for the wheels and thank you for the hubcaps. Appreciate it so much, brother. I hope you're not still mad at me about those valve seals. Yes, it's my fault. I'm sorry. This is our storage box.
And everybody thinks that box is a refrigerator.
Yes, I forgot. No, a freezer.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks this box is a freezer. It's not a freezer. It is our storage compartment for all our junk. And it's packed up from the cookout that we had at Newbern's pre-power tour. So the shocks are wore out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So small.
It will cut your head off. So, anyway, we stacked charcoal on this side over here, and then all our paper plates and silverware, seasonings, knives, all's down in here. I don't know if you can see down in here, babe. So all our utensils and lighter fluid. This is my big red bucket that I clean the ashes out with. So this is our trays that we put all our meat and stuff in. And we set the tables up, and as the meat comes off the grill, we load them things up, wrap them in tinfoil. Everybody's sitting along 90 watching cars. Get you a burger, a sausage dog, a pork chop, some baked beans, some potato chips, just whatever. So this was built out of an old boat trailer that I cut up. That was an old butane tank that I got from my friend Sean. This box come from the salvage yard where they have all the fire trucks and stuff. But anyway, I built this thing in like a week. Me and some friends would do it after work. And the paint was literally drying on it going down the Crusin the Coast. That's how under the gun we was. But I have some pictures of it that you can load up that shows the process of this thing. Because it might give somebody else some ideas. They might want to build something to pull behind their hot rod or to the car shows or cruising. This thing is coming in super, super handy, y'all. I mean, we stay at Crusin the Coast all week, so we cook on this thing 2 or 3 times a week. Everybody, we just pass the hat, and go get a bunch of meat and cook on it, and it saves money, saves time. That way we can sit on 90 and watch cars and eat hamburgers and hot dogs and sausage dogs and baked beans or just whatever we decide to cook. Pork chops, chicken strips, steak, whatever. Anyway, so that's the plan. I'm gonna work on this tomorrow, and after this, get all this buttoned up, ready to go. We'll start on my truck. Sound like a plan?
It does.
Unless I got something in the works. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but we might be dragging another project home.
I'm not surprised.
So the next video might be us taking the 2-car hauler and going to get that next project. No, I'm wrong. If we go get it, we're taking the wrecker.
Okay.
And we're gonna hook it up and drag it home, because we got to drag it out of the woods.
Okay.
You don't know what it is?
Nope. I want to be
Okay.
surprised too.
I wasn't gonna tell you anyway. Anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap this video up. I hope y'all enjoyed the little car show. I hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with us, and thank y'all for everything, especially the subscribes and the views and the shares and the likes and all the comments. We appreciate it so much, and we will see y'all on the next one. Have a great day.